I just keep procrastinating on hitting record because
That's an ABDL truth. You can't make a video without hitting record. Oh.
Hi, I'm diaperperv.
Hey, I'm JayBDL.
And today's video is 3 ABDL lies and 1 truth.
One truth.
So
yes.
The first lie is...
The first lie we have is...
I forgot that.
Is any woman in ABDL is just in it for the money.
Oh, yes. There are still people that believe that.
Yes.
Like, yes, there are a lot of ABDL girls that you see online, and some of them may have...
OnlyFans.
Yeah, or just for fans, because OnlyFans, they don't allow ABDL.
Yeah.
But they're selling something.
Yeah, they're selling content.
Uh-huh. And that does not mean that this is not their real fetish.
Exactly.
Because it probably is.
Yeah.
Because if they actually wanted to make like a ton more money, they would most likely decide to not focus on this small micro niche that requires a bunch of props and other stuff. They would probably just do other things.
Do regular porn.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not hard.
Right, and reach a much bigger market than this teeny tiny one.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just like, even if they are making content, if they do self-promote, that's fine, because there are people out there who will pay for it. But but the people who are making content, they just seem like a bigger part of the community than they are. Most people, most women, they're not making content. They don't have a Patreon. They're not asking you to subscribe. They're genuine just like everybody else is, and that's the way to look at it. And the folks who are making content, hey, God bless them. Let them do it.
Right. Like, I don't understand why people think these two things are mutually exclusive. Yeah. That just because someone's charging doesn't mean that you can't ask them out like a regular person, because they're just regular people too.
Yeah.
And they want, other regular human connections and dynamics.
Exactly. It's something where I think a lot of people have had negative experiences because they have looked at or pursued somebody who, is a woman running a business, and when they reach out, they get told to sign up for this or go do that or book a session or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Which, that person, that is their business life. But you know what? They can also make the decision, maybe I will like you as a friend. Maybe I will meet you and hang out with you. There's not,
right, or be lovers or date you or whatever. Yeah. You just have to compete with more people.
Yeah, and it's not a given and it's not a granted. And for a lot of those folks, they understand that a lot of people may be approaching them like that, but looking for free content necessarily.
Okay.
But again, don't let that set your tone of what the entire community is and all the women that are part of it, because the vast majority of them are not seeking profit from this kink, and the ones that are, it's because that's part of their kink. Sorry, I got hit pause. There's a rabbit that's gonna cross.
Oh my goodness, there is a bunny. Oh, it's so cute.
Don't get stuck in the tar bunny, rabbit.
Oh my goodness.
That'd be so sad.
I don't think there is any. I think it would be blocked off. Okay.
Yeah, we might not be able to get it. We might be stuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the second one again?
So, lie number 2, everyone knows you're wearing a diaper. If you're walking around in a diaper, they're going to see the bulge. They're going to hear the crinkle. They're going to know you're an ABDL. You're being kinky. No, they won't.
No.
Nobody knows.
No one's going to hear it. Everyone's so self-absorbed in their phones and what they're trying to do and the image they're trying to project to other people and looking cool or whatever. Yeah, literally no one's paying attention to. No one's looking down there at your crotch.
No one cares.
No. And yeah, even if they see a tiny bit peeking out, I wouldn't think they would think it's a diaper. I would just think they would think it's underwear.
Yeah, and they just probably won't care most of the time.
Yeah. Or they think it's medical.
Yeah, and so I'm not saying everyone should go out and wear a diaper in public and have it exposed. No, that's not what we do here. That's not consensual kink at all. But if you do want to discreetly wear a diaper in your day-to-day life or go outdoors with it, just know you're safe. No one is looking for this. No one's going to call you out on this. be incredibly rare for something like that to happen. Imagine if you saw something in somebody else's apparel that you thought was strange. How many of you would actually say something to a complete stranger? And that's generally, most people are more interested in minding their own business than interfering with somebody else.
Yeah. What's the third one?
Third one, there is nobody in your area.
Oh, yeah. I hear that a lot, too.
All the time. Now, yes, if you are in a lower population area, it may be harder to find someone, or it might be where you have to travel a bit to see them, but there's more ABDLs than you can imagine. And they are out there now. They're not all in the same place, congregating in the same places, looking at the same message boards, and involved in the same Discourse servers.
Right.
But they're out there.
So how should people find them? Well, first of all, where are you looking and why are you thinking this? Like, if you had posted on your own Instagram or your own Twitter, like, hey, is anyone in, whatever, Montana, then that's not gonna help.
Yeah.
Because that person from Montana has to be looking at your page at the exact same time. So you pretty much have to hit all the platforms, especially the old school ones, like A-Disc and stuff. Daily Diapers.
Yeah.
Forums.
Yeah. Go to those places.
Reddit.
Browse through, make a post. Don't be discouraged if you don't get any replies right away. Be open to communicating or reaching out to people that might be a little bit of a distance away. You will find there are definitely people that are not tremendously far from you. It's not like they're on the other side of the world. In every state there are ABDLs, and there's enough of them to go get together and have fun and have a party. So
it's crazy. Like, I'll talk to Vegas people who have no idea that there's other people in Vegas because they're not on FetLife and they're not on the places, or they didn't see that post. So outreach is so important. Like, like,
it really is.
Like, maybe make like a little notepad thing of people that you find in your area, so when it's time for you to start a munch or create an event, then you have people to contact.
Yeah. And don't get discouraged. If you can't find anyone who is saying they're in your area, then you need to be the beacon. You need to raise and light the torch and say, hey, I'm an ABDL in this area, and I'm going to go to this place, and if you want to come by and have a munch or have a beer, shoot me a message. And just start making it regular, or just communicating that. And eventually you're going to get people to reach out to you as they start trickling in and finding your message.
Right. Because maybe some people have reached out in the past from your town, and then no one replied, and then they think, oh, there's nobody in my area too.
Yeah.
So you just have to keep doing it. I know it's like repetition, and it's gonna feel like you're doing something crazy because you keep repeating yourself in all these places.
Yeah.
But that person from your town has to be at that exact same moment as you to see that.
Yes, and that's the incredibly difficult part. Is facilitating that meeting. But once you've done it, you're gonna have that connection. And you're gonna know you're not alone.
No. For case in point, Vegas. There's still people who don't know there are events in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guess what? There's 3 coming up, whatever.
Yeah. So even in big cities like Los Angeles, you'll hear people say there's no one near me.
Oh my goodness.
And it's like, that's so far from the truth.
Yes. I actually replied to this one guy on FetLife that said that. And I compiled a huge list of stuff in Los Angeles area. And you know what his reply was? I don't feel comfortable meeting people in real life. I'm like, then why are you on FetLife complaining that there's no scene in Los Angeles?
Yeah, that's
literally what he said. I'm gonna call this guy out. Don't go in public saying that.
Yeah, come on now. There's definitely people. You hear it in the big cities, you hear it in the little cities. Yes, if you're at a littler city, it might be more difficult for you.
Yeah.
You may have to cast your net a little bit wider, but you'll find people. And there's always just finding friends online too.
Yeah.
One of my best friends they live a half a country away. We still make time to talk to each other and hang out.
Right.
So,
yeah. Friendship is beyond boundaries.
Exactly.
Okay, so the one ABDL lie.
No, truth.
Truth. The one ABDL truth is
So,
it truth?
yeah, so one of the biggest truths I think there it is that you should tell your partner and you should be honest early on. Because that's one of the things that you really can't keep in the closet like that from somebody. It's going to eat at you, it's going to gnaw away, it's going to create resentment. And it is a risk. It's being very vulnerable with somebody. And there's a difference between telling somebody and asking them to participate. And just take it one step at a time. You know, and yeah, there's going to be folks who have a negative experience with this. There's no doubt about it. But for most folks, it's going to be a positive experience, and it may become more positive than you could ever imagine.
Yes, and trust me, in my experience from dealing with hundreds of people, I've heard every single version of their girlfriend, boyfriend finding out, you know, when they don't tell them, and finding out, and their reactions are usually not very positive because they feel lied to.
Yeah. Exactly. You're finding out a secret about someone that you trusted and you cared about and that they chose not to share with you. So it just feels even more
like that person doesn't trust me. I would feel so hurt.
Yeah. And they won't understand. If you come to them first, you can give guidance. You can talk things through in a more calm and rational manner rather than backpedaling and trying to defend yourself.
Yeah, and I've seen people that have been married for many years and they keep storage lockers, you know, from their wives, and then it's this whole thing that they have to do to get their fetish met.
Yeah, that's hard.
It is hard, and I've seen people where their wives find out after many years of marriage, and then they get divorced.
Yeah. And sometimes it's like, well, if that's going to be the outcome, it's probably best to challenge that head on in the beginning rather than blow up, 10 plus years of a relationship.
Right.
You know, and it's also the sort of thing that maybe the reason they felt divorced or they felt they had to leave is because they felt this person was hiding something for so long, and that calls into question everything else.
Yeah, it worked
Whereas
for me.
if you're open early on and that person accepts you for who you are, you can work together and you can both enjoy each other and have a longer, more meaningful relationship.
Yep. All true.
Yep. All right.
All right.
I think that's all for now, right?
Yes, we did it. I didn't fall asleep.
Yay.
I'm trying to
Squirrel didn't take the camera either. That's awesome.
A squirrel was literally right behind the camera.
Yeah, you probably heard it. You'll hear it munching on the audio.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, bye everybody. Remember to hit like and subscribe.
Bye. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.